Welcome back, graduates. Today I'm going to show you how to set up and configure your animated counters on Ecomify. Now this is on Ecomify 3.0 and moving forward. So what this will look like is just like this, and it will scroll up to the count that you choose for it. So I'm going to do this on a different page just to show you. I'm in the theme editor and I'm just going to go to a page, and I'll do the About Us page. So this is a section, so you can add this to any page as well. So what this will look like is in the theme editor, I'm going to go in and add section, and it's going to be called animated counters. And what this will look like right now is animated counters. You have your subtitle and you have your title, and then you're given blocks and block options. But in the animated counters global settings, you're given it displayed on the right. You can choose background color, you can choose wrap in a container, or you can do fluid width. And then you can have the text alignment be centered or be left. So you can play around with that. The title size, H1 being the biggest, H6 being the smallest. And then also, again, the title width. You can play around with that a little bit. It depends if you have a very long title. Then description size, and then animation speed, fast or slow. And you'll see that animation go into effect once I add in the blocks. And then again, we have the spacing, padding top and padding bottom, and then margin top and bottom. Padding is a space within the element, margin is a space outside of the element. So I like to do like a nice equal spacing right here. And I'm going to go in and add a block. So what this will look like is this by default. I'm just going to do 4, looks pretty good, and I'm going to save this. So now you'll see that it starts counting, and it counts up to 100. Now within each block, you can set a certain different number. So I'm going to go into the first one, and this means the number is going to count up and scroll up and animate all the way up to that number that you set. So I'm going to do 87. Now we give you the option if you want to just have a number count, or if you want to have a percentage. So I'm going to just do 87%. And the suffix will always be a %. If you don't want a suffix, then you can just leave it blank. Then you can do you can choose heading 1 through heading 6 sizing, as well as the color for it. So you could do a different color. You can choose secondary, primary. These color settings are set in the theme settings under your colors right over here. So let's go back down here. Now let's go to the second one, and we'll do 78%, and it'll look like this in the theme editor until you save it. So I'll do 96, and I want to do a percentage, and then I'm going to do 97%. And then I'm going to change this back to my primary color, and I'm going to click save. And once you start clicking save, you'll see that it kind of cool animation goes up. If you don't like that speed, you can definitely change it. You do not have to have this up to 100. You can have this up to however much. This section is really great if you, let's say for example, are saving the oceans. 87% people contributed, 78% of the oceans cleaned, 96% of trash cleaned and taken out. These are great sections for your business, good for the About Us page to display the percentage of what your business has done and contributed, things like that. Or if you see the use in other ways, that's definitely great as well. So going to here, you can have the title and then also a description if you would like. If you do not want a description, you can just remove it. Also, you have the title size options to play with. And also then you can play around with the color, the wrapping containers. So when you see this in full screen, it goes to width, it goes full width. And then if you see this if you set it to wrap in a container and view full screen, it's more within a container as well. Then again, you have the title max settings, and then description, and also the speed. So let's say, for example, I want animation speed of 7. So it's just going to go super fast. But if you go to 1, it will be a bit lower. So let's leave it as a 2. Now breakpoints are the items based on the screen size. So what I have right now is a extra small. So this means that on extra small and small screens, so I'm going to have 1. Now take in consideration, if you do 2, just take in consideration of the title and description and the size when you're doing it on, when you're displaying 2 on mobile. Sometimes it is smart just to save the space, but I like 1. Then also on widescreen, you can also have more than just 4. I like 4 across, but you can have the option for large screens to have 4 or 5, however many you would like. And that is the section for animated counters.